Max B.
Why? But everybody has to get taken down. Why Max B?
His brother called me
And said what?
He ratted on him.
Not the wave god.
You want me to play it?
Max, what they say? We outside. Let's get it mowed.
They thought it wouldn't happen. They lied. The devil's a lie.
Countered. I think we're hearing that Max B's as solid as they come. He did not cooperate, brother.
Max B, I sent you all the paperwork.
I'm watching the 1090 Jake thing. It said that he.
No, I don't care about 1090. 1090 is just a regular dude like everybody else. The documents, this is what you're looking for. Actually, here. Okay. Let me guide you directly to what you want to read.
Okay, give me a paperwork breakdown.
The second Max B walked out those prison gates, the whole internet lit up like someone hit a power switch. People weren't even giving him 60 minutes of freedom before tossing out brand new accusations, arguing non-stop about whether he cooperated in his case, and the conversation got messy real quick. These whispers didn't start today, folks. Been murmuring about this long before Max touched the streets again. But the moment the news broke that he was officially home, everything exploded all over the timeline like a digital wildfire. Everywhere you looked, somebody was debating this Max B snitching situation. So you already know we gotta break it down and separate what's real from what's just loud chatter. And here's where things get wild. Max was originally slammed with a 75-year sentence, and later that number dropped to 17.
Let's not get close to the gate, guys. They're gonna tell us to move.
Max, what they say? We outside. Let's get it mowed.
They thought it wouldn't happen. They lied. The devil's a lie.
The second people hear that, they jump straight into, man, nobody gets 75 chopped to 17 without giving up something. And that's exactly the kind of talk that keeps this whole debate spinning out of control. But here's the twist. Nobody expected Max B doesn't fully deny cooperating in some way. He basically said, man, he did enough time, and if he told a little something, then he told it. He even said anybody mad at him for handling his business so he could come home is just showing hate. That comment alone sent the online streets spiraling all over again. To understand why he even got such a heavy number to begin with, you gotta know the setup. Max was tied to a situation involving a woman he knew, a stripper who really liked him, who told him she was hanging around, some dudes flashing serious cash. She told him one of those dudes had a whole book bag stuffed with $50,000, just sitting there like it was nothing.
Meantime, another group of people had the same idea. It began when this woman, Gina Marie Conway, a prostitute who'd been with Plowden, told her boyfriend Charlie Wingate, aka Max B, a rapper, about the men's money. Then Wingate reaches out to this man, Calvin Leardom.
He and Gina Marie Conway go to the hotel room on that fateful morning of September 22nd, and he is the individual that fires the shot that kills Mr. Taylor.
And after Mr. Taylor was shot, Leardom and Conway took the valuables on him, some $800 along with a Rolex and some other items. They never found the $30,000. That money was hidden in the hotel room, but it was found by the Bergen County prosecutor.
Max B, moving with that slick, street player mindset back then, told her to link up with them again, and he planned to send his brother to pull up and rob the spot. But when his brother hit that hotel room, everything flipped instantly. One of the men reached for a gun, tension snapped, and Max's brother ended up firing a shot. After that moment, Max B, the woman, and his brother all got wrapped into a murder conspiracy case that completely turned all their lives upside down. So whenever Max B talks about those 75 years, he's basically saying, yeah, he got hit with that number, yeah, he got found guilty, but he served around 17 years and now he's home, standing on that. And that's where the endless debate online keeps spinning because people can't agree on how he managed to walk out early. But Max B is solid in his position and doesn't budge. He broke it down like this: his brother pushed 4 different appeals, and every single one of them came back denied. After seeing that happen over and over, Max said he started realizing his brother might never walk out, and that's when he decided to sign a statement and cooperate so he could finally come home. But his brother didn't take that lightly at all.
To have sex with my hot wife all around the world is nothing. I'm not worried about this shit, but I got a whole life to live. I already gave back time on the 75 ball. I did a dub and came back and got my shit on PCR. I'm supposed to not cop out? So you telling me if they got a chance to come back right now and cop out, they wouldn't cop out? Come on, my nigga. Because, you know, when you cop out, they make you do a statement version of their facts or whatever. That's part of the plea deal. That's why it's called a plea deal, my nigga. But I had to do 20 years to do that. So keep that in mind. That ain't no shit. I was out in a year. I did that in a year. Now I had to let niggas go through their process. Went through the whole 3-4 denials, done up. I'm saying, then I found my shit and got relief. So if some niggas want you to ride with them, misery love company. Not on my watch. I got shit to do, but we ain't doing that. I can't stay in here with these. I gotta come over and get rich.
Yeah. From the brother's side, he sees this as straight betrayal because he was still fighting to get released, and now he feels like Max's cooperation blocked whatever slim hope he had left. His brother's stance is basically, you giving information messed up my situation, while Max B is saying he watched appeal after appeal fail, so he handled things the way he felt he had to. That tension alone had the online streets going back and forth non-stop, but everything went into overdrive the moment Max B stepped back into the free world. Wack 100 popped out right away and threw gasoline on the whole conversation by challenging the entire story. He wasn't subtle at all, he said Max B. Didn't just cooperate at the end. He claimed Max was giving information way earlier, before the sentencing, right in the beginning stages of the investigation. That hit the internet like a thunderbolt because Wack was pushing the idea that telling at any point is telling, no matter if it happened before the trial or after doing 17 years behind a wall.
Anytime you give any information up on anybody else other than yourself, you're telling. And this is why your crowd is not going to understand. Our rules are our rules. We don't give a damn about what the civilians or the L7 thinks. The minute Max B told that detective where that woman lived and where she worked, and they apprehended her, she then told on Pooh Sims, who got 120 to life, and she did like 8 years or so. She went to jail as well. You tell it. And if you read the document, you're going to read.
But I heard she told on Max B as well.
Listen, it don't matter. He told on her first.
Then, things took an even crazier turn when Max B's appeal paperwork started circulating online like leaked mixtape tracks. His lawyer Wingate argued the court hit Max with a number that didn't make sense, saying they gave him too many years and ignored parts of his life that could have lowered the time. They pushed hard that his situation wasn't something he'd repeat, and that 75 years didn't match the circumstances at all. But here's the line that made everybody freeze for a second and start rereading the appeal. Straight up mentioned that Max B cooperated with law enforcement by helping them locate Conway, the woman tied to everything. During the investigation, officers were hunting for her because she was with those men the night everything went down. They pulled up on Max acting cool, telling him he wasn't being targeted and just needed help finding her. And Max shared spots she stayed and areas she usually moved around in. Why the police reached out to him and not someone else is still a big question mark. It wasn't random. They clearly believed Max had valuable info about where she might be hiding. And this exact part is what's stretching the debate across every corner of the internet.
Countered. I think we're hearing that Max B's as solid as they come. He did not cooperate, brother.
Max B, I sent you all the paperwork.
I'm watching the 1090 Jake thing. It said that he...
No, I don't care about 1090. 1090 is just a regular dude like everybody else. The documents, this is what you're looking for. Actually here. Okay. Let me guide you directly to what you want to read.
Okay, give me a paperwork breakdown.
I sent you the paperwork. This is going to guide you right to where you want to read. This is one part where he's admitting that due to his cooperation, he should be given leniency. Here, that's...
What page is
other
this?
Part, that's Max B's paperwork.
Okay, yeah, but you sent me a document. What page is on it?
I don't look at it. It'll tell you that. You have all the documents. You even have the appeal.
Some people point out that Max already admitted he cooperated after 17 years, which had folks debating day and night. But once people connected that to this second piece, him helping police find Conway during the investigation, the conversation didn't just heat up, it blew open a whole new argument about what counts, what matters, and what the streets consider crossing the line. And Wack 100 is out here yelling, why is everyone skipping over this? Just because they like Max B as an entertainer. Right now, the debate is still blazing because people don't want to put a label on him, especially someone with legendary status in the music scene. But Wack keeps saying the same rules folks use to judge everybody else should still apply, and that people are giving Max a pass strictly off favoritism. The internet is spinning in circles trying to figure out if Max B simply handled his situation the best way he could, or if things really went down the way people are describing. A lot of people online keep saying Max is getting a pass that nobody else would get, and they're confused how that's supposed to be fair.
Then it's going to be documented. You can't find why
exactly
time reduction, bro.
Exactly. But now look, this is what I'm on the process now. I just hired a new lawyer, so I got another lawyer, my lawyer, right? But I'm filing an appeal right now that I got going on. So I gotta I'm about to get the paperwork because my lawyer about to get it. But you do know, right? Anytime that you take a sentence, this is anybody that got common knowledge. If you know, was anybody that been in the system, when you take a plea, you got to tell them what you pleaded to. You can't just take no plea and then walk out the courtroom like George Jefferson. It don't work like that.
But see
what I'm saying?
They're not saying he took a plea. He's saying because his attorney got caught doing some things or whatever.
Nah, that's not the fuck what he's saying. This my life right here, Wack. I'm telling you what happened. So what happened was his lawyer was his rap lawyer at the same time, right?
Then things got even louder when Wack 100 and DJ Academic started arguing back and forth about what actually counts as cooperating. That whole back and forth turned into a full-on showdown because both of them had strong opinions and neither one was backing down. But here's the part most viewers never consider. A huge chunk of the audience isn't from any street environment at all, not even close. So to them, this situation looks way simpler than it really is. They hear police asked Max B where a woman was, and they think, man, he didn't pull the trigger. They see it like, yeah, he planned a robbery, but he never told anyone to take a life. From a regular person's point of view, they don't even see him as a full co-conspirator because he wasn't physically there when everything went down. But the crime world plays by a whole different rule book. In that world, anything short of talk to my lawyer gets labeled as telling. Even sharing the smallest detail gets treated like crossing the line, and there's zero wiggle room in how they define it.
There's another part where you'll see Max B told the detectives where the girl involved in the murder robbery, where she works, where strip club, and where
is that
she lives.
snitching though? I've heard from
Hell
people.
yeah, that's snitching. See, this is the part.
Hold on. If I'm a street dude, let's say me and you are street dudes, and they said, "Do you know where Wack works?" And I said, "I know Wack does podcasts or does interviews with DJ Vlad." Am I snitching?
Listen, let's paint the right picture. Academics.
Yeah.
This lady and this dude was involved in a murder robbery. We know you have some involvement as well. What do you know about them? She works at Scarlet Strip Club and lives at this location. They're letting him know she is of interest. He knows she's of interest because they put the plate in.
That's exactly why these arguments keep blowing up. Regular folks see it one way, but people from that lifestyle see it completely differently. Wack 100 is getting tons of pushback right now, even though he's saying Max B clearly cooperated, and Wack keeps insisting the paperwork and Max's own words match up, so the facts haven't changed one bit. The crowd online is straight up exhausted from hearing Wack call out rapper after rapper, and they're begging for at least one artist to come home without getting dragged into a scandal. Their whole vibe is basically, man, let us celebrate somebody for once. They're worn out from non-stop drama, and honestly, that's exactly why folks are reacting the way they are. People know what Max B admitted to. They know what was said about him helping investigators, but they're brushing it off because the music world hasn't had many real wins lately. Fans are trying to protect the moment instead of revisiting the messy reality behind the case. Push keeps getting brought up, T Grizzly's situation keeps getting mentioned, and now Max B is getting thrown into that same rotation. So yeah, the internet is tired, and every time someone finally comes home, folks just want to enjoy the moment instead of hearing more accusations all over again.
So what he's saying is his argument was, okay, being that my lawyer was my criminal lawyer and my rap lawyer, he never told me about no deal. Had he told me about his deal, I would have took the deal. So now the court was saying, okay, this is a conflict of interest, right? So being that this is a conflict of interest, what they did was, supposedly what they supposed to do was, okay, we'll offer you the deal, right? Because they didn't want to overturn the whole case. So we'll offer you a deal, which was 20 years. But now, in the midst of taking this 20 years, you still have to give a factual basis for your plea. You can't just take the 20 years and that's it. It don't work like that. In no court system in America. You got to explain to them why you taking this 20 years and what was your part in taking this 20 years. See what I'm saying?
So you got to give something up.
That frustration is exactly what's creating so much denial around Max B's situation. A lot of people online are saying the whole situation is basically wrapped up. Max B admitted he cooperated. The story's already out there, and everyone knows the details. But the culture isn't the same anymore. People have gotten so used to accusations that nothing shocks them unless someone is literally caught pointing at defendants on a witness stand. Anything outside of that barely gets a reaction. Wack even took things up another level by hopping on a call with Max B's brother, the same brother who's been saying Max told on him. And at that point, it wasn't even rumors anymore, because Max B himself has already said things like, "Yeah, I copped out," and "Yeah, I told them what they wanted after 20 years." He said it straight, and Wack didn't hesitate to repeat it loud. Wack used all of that to fuel his whole argument, pointing out that Max B already said straight up that after 2 decades behind bars on a 75-year sentence, plus watching his brother get 4 appeals denied, he felt like staying silent didn't make sense anymore. In his mind, the situation was already locked in, the time was already done, and nothing was changing, no matter how long he waited. So he decided to tell investigators everything and finally walk out the door. That's the stance he stands on, and he repeats it proudly. But his brother sees the whole thing from a completely different angle.
Did like misspelled words and all this shit, but we went to the thing and found the real court documents, and regardless of misspelled words, what you were saying, what you were saying was in there. He definitely, he told where that woman lived at, where she worked at. Like,
I've been saying that though, Wack. This ain't no see. Nobody want to listen to me because I ain't got no platform.
Oh, no.
I'm saying nigga ain't can, so that's what it is.
On the phone right now. So here goes the thing.
Oh,
right?
all right.
Now we got past that telling. Now here goes the next thing. We see in 2012, the appeal was denied, right? But then in 2016. He get a 55-year time reduction, right? Now, I'm hearing about whatever went on with his attorney, but here goes the problem. If the attorney, it was misrepresentation for your defense attorney, right? Whatever the is going to go on, whatever the shit they saying is the reason why they're going to reduce your time, right?
He feels like Max crossed a serious line because he's still fighting for his own freedom, still filing appeals, still hoping he might get a chance to come home one day. So when Max decided to give extra information after all those years, his brother feels like that move crushed the last little bit of hope he had left. That's why their disagreement carries so much emotional weight behind it. People online keep saying this is one of the clearest cooperating situations they've ever seen, but the way Max B is handling it makes him stand out from how others usually respond to these accusations. He came home and stayed silent, no interviews, no sit-downs, no explanations, nothing. He's just moving around quietly, acting like none of this noise even exists. And that strategy is working for him right now. Max B is playing it smart by refusing to feed the conversation. As long as he doesn't address anything, the public starts thinking, man, they're probably just trying to drag him again. And since he's older now and not active in the music scene like before, people are choosing to let certain things fade away. Silence becomes a shield when someone isn't chasing the spotlight anymore, but everybody knows that shield can only hold for so long. The second Max B sits down in front of a camera and tries to talk through this situation, the whole internet is going to blow up instantly. That's the moment Wack 100 is going to pop back out with every argument loaded, rehearsed, and ready to fire. That's when the conversation starts spinning out of control all over again. For now, Max can keep that peaceful, smiling energy people recognize, but the moment he addresses the topic directly, nobody online is letting it slide. What makes everything even more intense is how divided the culture is right now. Some people are saying Max B's silence is a smart move, but others feel like it's making everything more confusing because nobody truly knows where he stands outside of what he already admitted. And with every day he stays quiet, the debates get louder, not calmer. A lot of folks online keep pointing out that Max didn't come home to a clean slate. He stepped right into a generation that argues nonstop about loyalty, cooperation, and who deserves respect. This new era doesn't look at the street code the same way the older generation did, and that's why the reactions are all over the place. One side is saying, that's still Max B, the wave creator, while the other side is saying, nah, once paperwork pops up, everything changes instantly. The clash between old rules and new culture is wild to watch. People keep bringing up how unique Max B's case was from day one. He wasn't the shooter, he wasn't in the room, but he was still tied to the situation because he set things in motion. That alone sparked years of arguments. Some folks believe he should have never been hit with that heavy sentence, while others say the plan itself put him right at the center of the whole thing. And even now, that same argument is resurfacing all over again. On top of that, you've got a whole new generation of fans who barely even know the original case. They just know the music and the legend behind it. They grew up hearing stories about Max B's influence, the charisma, the wave, the whole energy he brought to the culture. So when they see people coming at him now, they're reacting off nostalgia and respect, not paperwork or legal details. That's where the new divide comes in, because older fans remember the full situation, while newer fans only know the legend, not the case that built all this tension in the first place. Meanwhile, industry folks are staying extra quiet. Nobody wants to get stuck in the middle of something this messy, especially when it involves family issues, admitted cooperation, and a case that was complicated from day one. That silence from other artists is only making people talk even more, because normally somebody jumps in right away to defend, deny, or at least say something. This whole situation is turning into a perfect storm. Old street rules, new internet culture, a legendary name, real paperwork, and a brother who still feels betrayed. And every single day, the conversation keeps shifting like quicksand. It's like nobody can even agree on what the truth really means anymore. What's even wilder is how the narrative switches up every time new voices join the debate. Some people are saying Max B's comeback could still be massive because the culture loves a redemption arc, while others think this situation might follow him for the rest of his life. And the deeper people dig into old documents, old interviews, and old statements, the more this topic refuses to calm down. You've got fans riding for him with everything they've got, saying his energy alone is enough to keep his name solid. But then you've got another crowd saying, nah, the moment you admit anything, the rules apply instantly. That split has turned this whole thing into a non-stop tug of war, with every group seeing a completely different version of the same story. Even insiders who usually jump into drama like it's nothing are slowly backing away. Nobody wants issues with Max B, nobody wants issues with Wack 100, and definitely nobody wants to get dragged into a case that still hits emotionally for the family involved. That silence is loud too loud, and it's making people wonder who's really protecting who right now. But one thing is crystal clear, Max B's return has reopened conversations the industry has been dodging for years. Loyalty, cooperation, justice, redemption, family tension, all of it is crashing together into one huge story that keeps evolving every single time someone chimes in. And no matter which side someone is on, everybody agrees on one thing: this situation is nowhere near simple. So now, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Max B's silence is strategy, protection, or straight avoidance? Do you think this conversation fades out, or is it just getting started? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one is heating up fast. Hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more wild celebrity stories and deep dive breakdowns. And if you want even more drama, tap the next video popping up on your screen. I'll see you on the next one.